We're going to go over something that has absolutely helped me destroy these markets. It is an idea and a concept that not a lot of people think about. It's kind of scary to some people because it makes you think a little differently. But if you take these ideas and these concepts, you will out trade absolutely everybody if you find ways to tweak it to fit your trading style. Not saying there's a 100% win rate. I'm just saying you're going to get better entries, better risk to reward, and overall better trades. Before we jump into the video, remember we are live every single day right here on this channel. Hit that subscribe button to catch the daily live streams where I actually have a personal live funded account with my own money right here in front of you guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button to catch those live streams. Also, Tradefy is running a 40% flash sale right now. Use code BOOST for 2 uses to get 40% off. Use the link down in the pinned comment or description to support the channel. But after those 2 uses, you can go back to using code JM to get that extra 30% off with Tradefy. Lastly, I am holding a free masterclass deep diving into exactly what I'm going to be showing you guys right here. You can use the link in the description. Join up on Discord. We're going to hold the masterclass in Discord on October 24th at 7 p.m. So be sure to join up on Discord to catch that masterclass. You do not want to miss it, fam. With that said, let's get into the video. I am going to share my screen here. We're going to walk through Tradezella. This is where I host all of my trading stats, everything from my personal account here. We're going to jump in. My personal account is up 20%. We had a really good month. Right now, we're up 16% on this month. Now, let's jump into the playbooks here. So this is where I hold all my playbooks, all my strategies. I have recently been testing this out. I only have a few trades logged. I'm going through and logging some more today. However, this strategy has been playing out tremendously well for me. If we go into trades, we look at this trade I took on gold, right? The whole idea of this is to find where the most obvious stop losses are, right? Find where the most obvious stop losses. If we can do that, then we are going to be able to find some really, really good trades, right? And so on this trade with gold here, I want to try to find the most obvious place where retail traders are going to have their stops. Okay, you can see my entry was right here at 783. We rode this all the way up to 787 on gold, which is a banger trade for a gold because 5 points. I mean, that's a lot. Now going to the chart here, you can see that the most obvious stops are probably going to be right here. Okay, right there. You can see that's probably where the most obvious stops are going to be. Okay, knowing the most obvious stops are going to be right here, what am I overall expecting to happen? Well, my expectation is I want to see price come down and take out those key areas, sweep that and reverse out of it, right? We want to see price go down and sweep all of those stop losses. But here's the tricky part. You set a limit order, right? I have been setting limit orders below these levels. I have not been waiting for confirmation. Had I waited for confirmation, my entry would have been way up here, right? I would have taken a little bit of heat. With the idea in mind that I'm bullish on the market, I have a bullish bias. The overall market has been bullish. I want longs, okay? I want longs. I want to find good areas where the market is likely to reverse and sweep to the upside. Here, we have that beautiful sweep of the support level. My entry was 783. We came down to like 782. So I didn't take hardly any drawdown on this. Okay. I had a limit order buy here, right? My order was a limit order, wasn't market. I said a limit order buy. I think price was somewhere up in here when I set this limit order, and I just waited. I waited for price to come all the way down, sweep this to then fill me on the buy order and catch a reversal, right? This is a prime example of how the market likes to sweep those key levels, take out those retail stops, right? And then automatically reverse. You see it happen on the NASDAQ all of the time. Going back into the trades here, we'll pull up another one. Let's go to playbook and go into my trades. I think I had another one on gold. Yeah, here's another one on gold, right? So let's full screen this. Here's another one, right? Look what happens. Again, wanting longs because I am bullish on the market. Look at what we swept here, right? You see that? You see what we swept? We wicked down, swept all of this. I had a buy order down here. This was a limit order, chat. A limit order set at 773, all right? 773, limit order set. We came down and swept this massive level, and look, we filled right there. It took only maybe a 1.5 points of drawdown before catching the move back to the upside, right? So absolutely an amazing trade. Again, the idea is that we have a bullish bias. The market's been bullish, so we have clear direction. We know we're looking for longs after a sweep of a major level, okay? And so now, again, with that in mind, we're setting those limit buy orders down there below those levels. Look at another trade. Let's do, let's do another one here. Let me go back to trades. All right. This was actually another one on gold. So here's another example for gold. I have one on the NASDAQ on the next one. So going to, let's full screen this real quick. Going to this. So this wasn't the best trade, but this concept still applies, right? The concept still applied. We took a little bit, we didn't take any heat at all. We actually had a perfect entry and an almost perfect exit. What happened? We swept this level, right? You see this candle. We swept this level. My entry got filled literally at the bottom of this wick. If we zoom in, my entry is literally at the bottom right here of this wick, right? And then we caught that short-term bounce and got out at the top here. This wasn't the best one, right? But the concept still applied. We wanted to sweep. We got a limit order. We caught a nice little move up here. This was from 778 to 781. So nice little trade, about 3-point trade on gold. Not bad. All right, going to the next one. Let's go to MNQ here because we had a trade on, just another example on MNQ. All right, so jumping into the NASDAQ trade here, the MNQ trade that I had, same thing. We had a bullish bias. We know the market NASDAQ's been absolutely bullish. We all know that. Market's been absolutely bullish. Look what happens. Now, I didn't take this trade here, right? We see this key level, right? How we swept all of these stops and then reversed out of it. I didn't take this one. I took it on the reversal confirmation. Okay, so this concept still applies because my entry is where most likely stop losses are going to be, right? For people that are long this, we know that there's going to be a lot of stop losses below this wick because there's like this, we have this wick here, we have consolidation here. Below this level, there's going to be a lot of stop losses. So I put my entry right there where all those stops are. Look what happened. I got filled to the tick and we rode straight up. Now, one thing I want to point out here is you're not going to get perfect entries like this all the time, right? You're not. You're going to probably get into an entry. You might take a little bit of heat, but you're not going to, it's not going to be a perfect entry all the time. But if you have the concept in mind where you have that bullish bias, the market's been bullish, you know, you can look for those key levels that get ran and those stops that get stopped out for you to then take that entry and catch the move right back up, right? And again, on MNQ, this is exactly what happened. Look at this entry, right below this wick here. I had a limit order set right here because again, below this, a lot of people are going to feel invalidated, but I want to get in when those stop losses trigger. Right there, boom, got in, got all the way. See, my entry was at what, 807. We rode this thing all the way up and got out at 821. So almost a 20-point trade. Wait, is that? Yeah, almost a 20-point trade on this MNQ account. And I still have more trades to log on this strategy, and we are doing a masterclass in Discord on October 24th at 7 p.m. CST. So be sure to jump on Discord if you want to catch the masterclass on this exact strategy. We're going to absolutely deep dive into all of this. This is kind of just the brief overview on what you can do and the concepts you can take from this and apply it into your trading. But overall, this has been a killer strategy. Again, it's just knowing where the most obvious stop losses are. Where are the most obvious stops? Let's get in on that entry, right? When those stop losses trigger and see if we can catch the actual reversal from there, right? Gives you better entries, gives you better R&R. Do you take a little bit of heat? You might take a little bit of heat. Does it always work? No, it's not 100% win rate, right? Not 100%, but they do offer really high rewarded trades. So take this concept, take this idea, tweak it however you want, apply it to your trading. Let me know in the comments what you guys thought about this strategy. If you guys are going to give it a shot, be sure to like this video. Again, we are live every single day, Monday through Friday at the New York Open, day trading the NASDAQ, real money, real life funds that I've traded myself. So hit that subscribe button to catch that live stream, fam, and I will see you guys in the next video. Cheers.